So in this video, I want to talk about some of my goals. I think in my kind of like welcome back video, I kind of talked about some of this stuff. I think it's kind of surface level, I think. But I want to kind of dive a little deeper into some of my goals, including and perhaps especially my some of my financial goals. In a couple different cases, the number 250,000 kind of, kept coming up. Different revenue and deals and stuff like that. So I just kind of had this number kind of stuck in my head. So that's one of my goals is to generate 250,000 a year in income. That is not my immediate goal. My immediate goal is to have a 10,000K month, and then subsequent 10,000K months. I guess the initial goal was to break six figures in income. And I kind of want to talk about some of the things I'm working on to have that happen. I'm going to get into some of my creative goals. Some of the things that really inspire me, as well as some of the things that I'm into, but are largely kind of more sustainable things that are kind of helping me build the foundation to pursue my other stuff. So to start with, the last year or so has been like super challenging for me. Finishing up college, some personal things I was dealing with. Business was slow for me. And honestly, I've been battling some severe depression. Some of the work I've done, I'm not super proud of because I felt like I was in survival mode, so I wasn't fully present, and that comes with, different complexities for me, psychologically, emotionally. It's, one of them being just wanting to create work that I am proud of and that I can showcase to other people to try and get more work. But also, the relationship aspect of it for those who I was doing work with. So I'm slowly starting to kind of come out of that. Still battling with some of the depression, but I feel like I'm in, a much better space than I was, I would say, like last spring. I've had, I guess, some good fortune over the last, maybe 3 or 4 months, which have kind of helped me feel a little bit more stable. And I try to, take small steps towards, some of these goals. So all that aside now, I want to get to a place where I'm setting myself up for retirement, which is probably closer than it is further. I want to, spend more time with my family. I also want to make sure that, I'm doing what I can to kind of help my children out. So now to kind of talk about things I'm doing to kind of hit those goals. I'm in the process of planning, a decent amount of spec work. Things that are going to position me to be able to get freelance work with different outlets. I think some of my kind of like high-arching, or high-profile, lofty ambitions or goals creatively are to do, documentaries, whether it's sports, humanitarian stuff. I'm super huge into politics, so things along those lines. I'm connected to a DP up in New York who does work with the New York Times. He's doing interviews with like Pete Buttigieg, Anthony Blinken. That's super exciting and inspiring to me. Those are things that I would love to do at some point. Now, things I'm doing to kind of help stabilize me now, to kind of give me space to, allow me to pay my bills and give me space to kind of work on these other things. I actually just responded this morning to someone's Instagram stories. They were looking for a dancer, was looking for a videographer up in New York next month sometime. So I reached out for that. I'm actually starting to kind of curate some DP stuff to be available to do like dance works. I've got a lengthy history in it. I still enjoy it. So there's no reason why I can't make myself available to do those things. I'm also looking at some spec work in photography for like real estate stuff, like branded content, both stills and video. I love real estate. I'm super intrigued by it. I would like to get into that space at some point. So I figured that creating some content in that sphere would be a good way to kind of immerse myself into that industry. My goal was to create something commercially that long term I don't necessarily have to be tied to. I can source out, I can contract out the creators, the content creators. One of the things that I'm most kind of excited to start working on is mastering lighting. I spent almost 2 decades as a commercial stills photographer. A lot of that spent in the studio. So I'm fully aware, super aware of, fundamentals of shaping light. So now I want to kind of take that skill set and apply it to video. In my kind of downtime, I'm super into like period dramas because I love history. But some of the lighting that's there is just it's amazing. And I think being able to create scenes that don't look lit is such an amazing art and something I want to master. So I guess all in all, right now I'm dipping my toes in a bunch of different pools, or maybe some other kind of clever way to say that. But I'm kind of traipsing through different industries, kind of seeing what excites me, what sticks, what's going to be sustainable, so that I can start again kind of working towards building this other thing that is what really fires me up. That's it. That's all I got. So what about you? Do you have any financial or creative goals for the new year? As this entire channel is really just kind of like a journal for me, documenting my own journey, and I'll have more videos along these lines in terms of my creative pursuits, kind of where I'm at with my financial goals and stuff like that. And hopefully somebody out there is watching this will find it informative, inspiring, something. So that's it. That's all I got. A lot of rambling. Sorry. It's just my ADHD brain. So till next week, I guess, Monday, something like that. Deuces. I'm gonna use my beard for white balance.